This is Zade. I am back on the TooCrafty server, and today is episode 20 of this season's TooCrafty. That's right, the big 2-0. We are going to celebrate it by actually starting our arena today. Woohoo! You saw that floating there. Took the beacons off the roof for now. I just slapped one right there, and there's one chilling on the other side. I'm going to actually decide on where I want the beams to come up, and then I'm going to bury the actual beacons themselves probably in the mountains so that all that you won't see really anything down here, probably, maybe, unless I decide to stick them in the tunnel somewhere. I'm not sure, but then they'll come out somewhere, but I'll do that later. For now, it's just floating here. And that is just when they were up there, I didn't get the speed buff at all down here. And I split the two beacons. I just have speed 2 on this side and speed 2 on that side, so I can run around a little faster since I've been doing a lot of back and forth. Show you real quick right here. I did decide to just plow through that little hill that was right here with the road and widened out a little bit around the portal. I'm just kind of going with this style of path for now. And if you look at the very last few minutes of the last episode, this was not here. I went ahead, there was a little pond right here. It was like that little deep spot right there. It was just like this little. But I decided to flood this whole thing just for fun. Created a little lake. Didn't have anything else to do right there. And then I just kind of made this little like bridge thing going across that. And this path just goes up. I'm using the same style anywhere I have to elevate land, just like on the bridge up there. So we've got the acacia woods every other step, and that just goes up to the creeper farm. So just getting some roads down here. Eventually we'll need to build just some little buildings or something down here at least to spruce this thing up. And I also need to decide on a place at some point to have this path actually kind of wrap around a hill somewhere and go up. Not sure where I want to do that just yet, but I do want a legitimate way, so to speak, to get up and down, because right now it's go through the nether. That's the only way up there, really, unless you want to try ender pearl climbing, and that's not the easiest to do on this hill. Not sure where to do it. There is some kind of gradual grades if I went way around that way and up. This side is shorter, of course, if I can find a nice way to go up over there or over there, I don't know. But that will come down the road. That's later, but I mainly just wanted to show you our little lake there. Oh, this tunnel's so much nicer when you can run fast. So here's the tunnel we did last time. I'm going to show you what I've gotten started already over here. You can see just as I run by, there's the other beam sitting over there. I need to find a more permanent spot for that one too. But like I said, we are going to get started a little bit on our arena. As you can see, loading in up front there, stuff is on the ground already. Uh, I'm kind of doing a build as I go mentality, which is basically I'm going to start in the middle and I'm just going to build outwards, which means I do kind of have a very loose color scheme planned for this arena, but beyond that, I don't have anything planned. I'm just going to, like I said, start in the middle. Then today we're going to get a wall going around this, and then I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe do the seating next or whatever, where we're just going to kind of piece by piece figure it out as we go. But off camera, because it would have been super, super boring to watch me place more slabs. Woohoo, so many slabs. I did put down, this is going to kind of be the inside, so to speak. If you were thinking of it as like a gladiator arena, this would be where all the bloodshed happened. But yeah, I put half slabs down. As I mentioned in previous episodes, I don't want to have torches just chilling around on the ground. I wanted it to be nice and clean. Probably add some mood lighting maybe via pillars or something. I'm not sure, just in a couple spots. But I didn't want to have to fully light it, so I went with half slabs. And like I said, I believe I mentioned it, I am using the half slabs here. So I did go to a desert. I raided like, I think I actually have a full double chest of sandstone now up in my base. It's so nice to farm on Amplified. You just go knock a hill down in an abandoned desert. Anyhow, this is what we've got. I think this is going to be big enough. This ender chest is sitting in the very exact center, and you can see if I come over here to the edge, that ender chest is looking pretty small. So I don't really have any other good way to judge distance in a video here. I don't have anyone else over here to look, but if you just kind of can imagine with how small that ender chest has gotten, that's the halfway mark. So I think that's plenty big. It is a radius from here to the edge, not counting this block, from like right here to the edge, right, the block right before the wood is 30. So this is like a 61 diameter. Should be plenty big, but basically I'm going to show you how we're starting off here. I've got the sandstone slabs, and then around them you can see I've already put down a ring of jungle wood. I messed around with some color schemes in creative. The way I build in creative, I very, very, very rarely actually plan a project in creative, but what I very commonly do is test colors. So I went into creative basically and I put down just an area like maybe this big where my cursor's going there of sandstone, and then I just like made a wall that would have gone from like here to here just to see what the colors look like against each other. I don't really plan the whole build out. That's pretty rare for me. I think I've planned like 2 builds fully, maybe. I planned XadeCraft at spawn all the way, but I'm trying to think if I've done anything else the entire way. I don't think I have. That's not really my style. I just like to compare some colors and then get going. So what we've got going on is this is the, you're not going to see the top because we are actually going to take, this is gray stained clay. I know it doesn't look gray because most of the colored glaze don't look the color that they claim to be, but there will be, we're going to start by going, let me just do this. So you're going to see there's just this little trim that's going to show up. And I'm planning on making this, I haven't decided yet, I'm thinking either 4 or 5 blocks tall. Let me just slap a few down so we can get the idea of what the trim looks like around the bottom. There we go. So you can see all you're going to see is this little trim right here, and then we're going to have a gray stained clay wall, which will be at least 1 higher, very possibly 2 higher. Not sure on that yet. We'll see how it feels when we start to get it in. But I am going to start just by filling this in. I'll do that off camera, but it is going to be just plain gray stained clay like this, and then we're going to come in, I put it all in the ender chest. I'm going to actually make designs and things, like if I wanted an entryway right here, we'll build an archway out of jungle wood, which will actually, let me just grab this cobble, it'll actually sit right here, so it'll be like that. It'll be popped out, and then we'd pop a hole in here, and then we'd fill this edging in with jungle wood, and then we'd come out on the other side like this, so we'd have like a 3D thing. And after we get a bunch of that kind of stuff added, then it won't just look like this plain, it's kind of comes up, I think it looks very much like if you go outside, at least around where I live, and you dig in the sand, you're going to get down through the sandaways and eventually you're going to hit clay. It's like kind of a soft clay, but it looks exactly like this pretty much. So I really like the color, but it is definitely not gray. This cobblestone, this is gray. This is gray. This is like a light gray with some dark grays. This is like straight up like a pastel brown, but I really like it. I'm going for, I think I mentioned it a few episodes ago, I'm going for kind of earthy tones with this arena, and I think this fits really, really well. But anyway, I am going to pause the video right here, and I'm going to go around and slap this wall in all the way around so we can start to get a feel for that, and then after that, we can start working on some trim, maybe get a little bit of that done. We'll see how much time we've got for different things, but yeah, I will be right back. Alright, I got the wall in. I decided to go with a 5 block tall clay wall. Got the blocks of jungle wood on the bottom still, and then I also decided to half slab the top so we see the trim on the top and the bottom. I think that's going to look better in the long run. That hole is just temporary for me to get in and out. But I decided the next step that I want to do is start working on some stair designs and some kind of seating and things like that around the edge. I am not 100% sure exactly how I want everything involving this right now. Partially, the main two things I'm not sure of are how kind of deep and tall I want the seating, and the pathways that would kind of take you up and down the seating. I don't know how many I want. I know I want at least one on each of the four ends here, but I'm not sure if I want to try to incorporate some more into the curve or not. So we'll just kind of get building and we'll see how that goes as we progress. I'm going to just kind of show you the idea. I've been playing around a little bit with color schemes and things like that, and this actually came to me when I was laying in bed last night. Believe it or not, I was just laying in bed and I was like, ooh, I got it. So I messed around with it and I like the look. Basically, I was debating on the seating. I had been debating between almost all stairs and using full blocks with just stairs for the pathways that go up and down. And I liked the look of the full blocks a lot more, but I was worried about the fact that full blocks, of course, can spawn mobs. And I was just laying in bed one night and I was like, ooh, wait a second. I realized I can use half slabs to make it appear to be a full block, even when it's actually not a full block but two halves. So like right here, for example, if you look at the edge, this is basically a full block. You know, it's one block tall, but it's actually the top half of a block and the bottom half of a block. So I can achieve the look of full blocks throughout the stands, but it'll actually be a half slab top, which means lighting. I don't have to worry about forcing lighting all through the arena, which is what I had been worried about when I had been leaning towards the full block design. In addition to being able to half slab the whole thing and achieve the same look, I messed around with my stair pathways a little bit, and I actually like the way they look more in this design. I'm just debating. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go 3 out. So I like the stairs a lot more. And the other thing is, again, if we look at this wall behind me here, with a full block in this way, I can actually have one color here and one color here, so I can essentially have it look like a full block but have it be two different textures, and that adds even more depth to our seating. So that is going to be really, really cool. Do I have... Okay, I do have a little... I need to stick some stuff in a chest. I think I've got too much junk over here. Let's see. I need that. Just make a normal chest here out of jungle wood. Sure. And just stick that right there. Okay. So let me empty some of these in there. Keep that. Got a whole bunch of wood over here. If you haven't guessed, I am going to be using a lot of wood. I'm gonna need some more jungle wood. Not too much actually. Let me just have one stack there. Let's go full stack of stairs. Put the rest of these in there. And you can see I've actually got 3 different colors going on here. We've got jungle wood, dark oak, and spruce. We're going to be using all 3 of these in the design. I think that's good for now. Let's start with that. Now this ladder will not stay here. This is just to get up and down. We'll incorporate a way for that later. So the basic idea, where'd the center go right here? So what we're going to do is, and I should have brought some dirt or something, but we'll make this work. Put this down. So for the pathways, let me grab full stack that and turn it into some stairs. And I've got some of those. Okay. Move these ladders out of the way. I guess we'll just use some blocks here. Double check around the center. That's right here. So let's see. That's going to be... Do that. So we need a stair right there. Oh yeah, caught it. We're gonna have the center, it's gonna be jungle wood like this. And then we're actually gonna take spruce and we're gonna angle it at the side like this. And our stairs are actually gonna go up like that the whole way. So then we just bump up one and go again. And then I need half slabs, get that out of my way. Let's see, they're gonna sit at this layer. You know, I should probably put those right here. So that's like 2.5 maybe, because that's, yeah, that'll get really wide otherwise. Let me redo that. Oh, lost the staircase. We'll get that in a minute. That's fine. We don't need it. So right here, I'll jump down and get those after I show you what we're gonna do here. Shoot, I should have left that one for a second. Aha. Oop, got it. So we'll put our stairs back how they were, like this. Boom, boom, spruce. And then let's just, yeah, you can see it kind of goes up. And let's just go up a layer so I can kind of show you here. I need my full blocks again. Let me just slap on something right there. And spruce on the side, spruce on the side, and you can see there's a little gap right here, but that's okay. What we're going to do next is we're actually going to take another thing of spruce, and the next layer is going to go like this, and like this, more blocks. So we've got this, and then in this gap right here, I need dark oak, I've decided, is what we're leaning towards. I'm not going to be able to do it from up here, so hopefully I can reach from down here. I'm probably going to have to do a lot of scaffolding and things like that. I can reach this first layer. Okay. We're just going to run it up. Don't need it under the stairs like so. Let me just try some ender pearl skills here, right there. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. And it's getting a little dark, so it's going to be a little harder to see. Can I? I'll have to put a full block down and put a torch on. Whoops, that's not a torch, that's a crafting table. Okay, so you can see what we get here is each stair, or step rather, we've got this kind of corner stair, so as we go up, you can't really see it as much in the just two layers, but it'll look like there's stairs going up that kind of merge into the seating, which looks really cool. And then we're going to use this dark oak. We're actually going to use the full log right there. The texture is going to close off that gap, and I'm going to do that all the way around. I messed around with it just a little bit in creative to test depth, and I think I'm going to have 10 layers of this. So this would be like layer 1, layer 2, and then of course up to 10. And I think that should be enough. I'm kind of debating if I want more seating, instead of going any farther than that, actually having some kind of pillars go up and then have a second layer of this go around, but like higher up. So there's kind of two tiers. But we'll see as we go how it's looking. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick cut in the video, and I'm going to expand this a little bit so we can get a better idea of what it's really going to look like. So give me just a moment on that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I just did a little section over here. This piece is 8 steps tall, so I may go a couple more, but we'll see. I wanted to get kind of going around the curves and stuff, but that's going to take a little bit more work. So I wanted just to slap this straight part in because that's easy. That's not going to change as we go up layers. So just put that in to see what it looks like. You can kind of see here the sun of course is going down, so it's getting a little dark, but you can still get the gist of it. I really like the way the stairs look. When I originally had the idea to use the slabs, that was the thing that I was most worried about, is whether or not the stairs would still look good. And actually I like them even more than the way I had originally messed around with them. But as it's getting darker and darker, that's what we've got going on. This is going to be continued all the way around. That is going to take a lot of work. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of dark oak farming. At least it's one of the easier trees to do, but we will be using quite a bit here. And yeah, I didn't actually plan it that way, but yeah, the 3 easiest woods to farm, I think anyway, are jungle, spruce, and dark oak, and they just happen to be the three that look good together to work on this project. So that's at least convenient, is that it won't be a real pain in the behind. But that is the basic look. I think that's going to do it for this video. Today I wanted to make sure to at least get this in so you can get an idea of what look we are going for, and that way, at least before I get going too far on this, if you all have any suggestions at all on anything that I should change or potentially add or whatever to the seating as I go around, let me know right away in the comments so I can check those out before we get going too crazy. And yeah, I think this, even with this wall in again, I think this really is going to be a good enough size. I was a little worried I didn't want to go too small, but I also didn't want to make it just pointlessly large. And I think this size it's feeling pretty good to stand in here when I look around. I think this will do really nicely. I think the seats are looking, one of the issues I had originally when I was trying to figure out what kind of seating to put in here is some of the ones that looked better kind of went up more gradually. Like if you follow the crosshair here, they kind of went more like this as opposed to straight up like this, and then you couldn't really see them. And so this is quite a few designs in, but I'm really liking it. Again, let me know if you have any comments on it, or if you have any suggestions at all on what we're doing so far, or what might be getting done next, or whatever. Let me know. Comments, questions, concerns, jokes, rude remarks, whatever you got, hit me up in the comments, or hit me up on Twitter. The link to that, of course, is on my YouTube channel, along with some other fun links, so check those out as well. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribed if you're not, because XadeCraft is the place to be. Huh? Yeah? Come on. Do it. The button's right down there. It's just right below the video. It is. It's not, I mean, like, not below this wall, because, you know, when I look down, it stays in the center on the video. So, like, I look down here, but on YouTube, I'm still looking over there. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. Not at all. Not at all. Anyhow, one last thing that I forgot. I have mentioned this in the last couple of videos. I have another project coming. I still don't want to say what it is because it is not finalized, but it is coming very close to completion. So keep an eye out for that. And yes, rain. Rain to finish us off. There goes the moon. You know, if you just kind of stare up into an empty sky like this, it kind of feels like you're in a time warp. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.